Hi friends. Today, I want to share a simple story with you. It started just like it does for many of us. Constant fatigue, poor sleep, coffee instead of breakfast, and that nagging feeling that something's just not right. Sound familiar? I decided to change just 5 small habits. Not a diet, not the gym, not medication. Just small things. And within a month, I felt completely different. And you know what? It's all backed by scientific research. Today, I'll show you how these habits affect your body, why they work, and how you can start using them today. The first habit I added to my routine was surprisingly simple. And yet, it gave me one of the most powerful results. It's morning light. Every morning, right after waking up, I started going outside, even if just for 5 minutes. No phone, no coffee, just light and silence. Sounds too simple? Like one of those cliché tips? Well, let's look at what the science says. Research from Stanford University and the University of Colorado confirms this. Morning sunlight plays a crucial role in regulating your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock. It helps your system recognize this is morning. Time to activate energy, hormones, alertness. When you get morning light within the first 30 to 60 minutes after waking up, you normalize melatonin production, making it easier to fall asleep and sleep deeper at night. Lower cortisol levels. The stress hormone improves your mood and cognitive function. Your brain just works better. And no, you don't need a beach or blazing sun. Even on a cloudy day, natural outdoor light is up to 100 times stronger than indoor lighting. After just a week of doing this, I started waking up without that groggy, worn-out feeling. I fell asleep more easily, without racing thoughts, and I found myself needing less coffee during the day. Looking for a magic pill to fight fatigue? Here it is, morning light. It's free, it's simple, and it works. The second habit that had a major impact on my health was something incredibly simple: silence before sleep. I know, it sounds basic, and honestly, I didn't believe it would make any real difference at first. But here's what happened. I started turning off all screens an hour before bed. No Netflix, no YouTube, no scrolling in bed. Just quiet. A book, maybe some stretching, maybe a warm cup of tea. That's it. The first thing I noticed was that I started falling asleep faster. The second was that I began waking up feeling genuinely rested. Here's why this works. A study from Harvard Medical School showed that blue light from screens, like phones, TVs, and laptops, suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. So when we stare at screens before bed, especially at something bright or emotionally stimulating, we're essentially sending the wrong signal. It's still daytime. Stay alert. As a result, it takes longer to fall asleep. Sleep becomes more shallow. We wake up more during the night, and we feel tired the next day. And this isn't just about feeling a little off. Poor sleep directly affects your immune system, blood pressure, weight, and even your emotional health. As for me personally, after just 1 week of this evening silence, I started falling asleep without effort. My sleep got deeper. I stopped waking up at night. And most importantly, mornings stopped feeling like a battle with the alarm clock. Here's how you can try this for yourself. Set a screen-off time at least 45 to 60 minutes before bed. Replace scrolling with something relaxing. A book, a warm shower, some light stretching, or a real, in-person conversation. And if you can, move your phone out of the bedroom entirely, or at least away from your bed. Sleep isn't just downtime. It's when your body repairs itself from the inside. And the older we get, the more important the quality of that sleep becomes. One of the easiest ways to improve it: give yourself a little quiet before bed. Try it, and see how different your mornings can feel. The third habit I added might seem like the simplest thing in the world: water. But I'm not just talking about drink more water. We've all heard that 1,000 times. I mean smart hydration, not how much you drink, but when and how you do it. I used to drink water randomly, whenever I remembered. More often than not, I didn't drink it at all, replacing it with tea, coffee, or soda. But then I came across a study from the U.S. National Institutes of Health. It said that even mild dehydration, just a 1 to 2% loss of body fluids, can impair cognitive function, slow reaction time, reduce focus, and increase fatigue. And that's before you even feel thirsty. As we get older, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable. The body doesn't always send clear signals, so we often don't realize we're dehydrated. The result? Headaches, brain fog, sluggishness, and digestive issues. I started small. Every morning, I drank a glass of water right after waking up. It helps wake up your internal organs and jumpstart your metabolism after a night of rest. Then, I began drinking a glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before each meal. This supports digestion and helps prevent overeating. The key is to avoid drinking right after meals, and definitely not chugging a liter of water right before bed. And you know what? Within just a few days, I felt noticeably more energized during the day. That heavy, sluggish feeling after lunch was gone. The frequent headaches disappeared, and by the evening, I still had energy left. I didn't start drinking 3 liters a day. I just started drinking water intentionally. Smart hydration means you're not just forcing down a glass to hit your quota, but actually giving your body what it needs, when it needs it. As we age, our bodies don't need extremes. They need gentle, consistent support. And water is one of the simplest, most powerful ways to do that. Don't underestimate it. It's not magic. It's not marketing. It's biology. Plain water, at the right time, can be your daily ally for better health and a clearer mind. The 4th habit I added, and probably the most unexpected, was the practice of gratitude. I know it sounds too simple, maybe even cliche, but for me, it turned out to be the key to a sense of inner calm I often felt was missing. What did I do? Every evening before bed, I started writing down 3 things I was grateful for that day. Sometimes it was something big, my loved one's health, good news, a meaningful conversation. Other times, it was something small, a good cup of tea, or a bit of morning sunshine. It takes less than 2 minutes. But the impact? Huge. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with stress, bad news, to-do lists, and pressure. Especially after 40, when work, family, health, and thoughts about the future can feel overwhelming. And our brains naturally start focusing more on the negative. Gratitude works like a switch. It gently brings your focus back to what's good. And this isn't some vague spiritual idea. It's solid neuroscience. A study from the University of California, Davis found that people who practice gratitude even once a day experience lower anxiety, better sleep, higher life satisfaction, and even reduced inflammation in the body. By regularly focusing on what's going well, you literally rewire your brain. It starts looking for the positive on its own, not just when you tell it to. For me, this habit became an anchor, even on tough days, and we all have them. I can usually find something to say thank you for. And you know what? That feeling sticks with you. It stays. It warms you. It's such a simple practice. It's easy to overlook. But if you do it consistently, gratitude stops being just a nice idea. It becomes your foundation. And when life starts to shake a little, you don't fall apart right away. Because deep down, you've already built a sense of stability. Try it. Just 3 things each night, on paper, in your phone, whatever works. What matters is that you do it for yourself, and that you do it honestly. Sometimes, the quietest habits are the strongest ones. The 5th habit I want to leave for last is also the most subtle. You can't see it in the mirror, and you can't measure it on a scale. But it affects almost everything: your stress levels, blood pressure, mood, and even your immune system. It's breathing. Not just the automatic kind, but conscious breathing. A short, daily practice that helps the body calm down, recover, and quite literally reset itself. Until the age of 40, most of us breathe however we like, often shallow, inconsistent, and completely unconsciously. When we're anxious, we breathe faster. When we're angry, we hold our breath. And if someone asked, when was the last time you simply sat and focused on your breath? Most people wouldn't know what to say. I started small, once a day for just 2 or 3 minutes. I would sit down, close my eyes, and focus on my breath. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 6. That's it. And that short moment became my pause in the noise. Afterward, I felt calmer, more clear-headed. My reaction softened, The tension left my body. This isn't just a feeling. It's backed by science. Studies from Yale University and Harvard Medical School show that slow, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of our body that's responsible for rest, recovery, and a sense of safety. People who practice daily breathing exercises see measurable benefits: lower blood pressure, improved heart function, and more stable emotional states. And there's nothing mystical about it. This is something built into us from birth. We've just forgotten how to use it. Once I started integrating this breathing practice into my day, whether as a morning reset or a grounding ritual before bed, I noticed a shift. It felt like there was now a space between me and the things that used to irritate or overwhelm me. I snapped less, I spiraled less, and I became more present. It's incredibly simple and absolutely free. Conscious breathing is like an internal reset button. Try it, even just for a couple of minutes today. No apps, no timers, just an inhale and an exhale. It won't change everything, but it will change how you feel in the middle of everything. And there it is, just 5 simple habits. No extreme diets, no expensive supplements, no radical changes, just small steps I started taking every day. And it was these simple actions that made a real difference. I started sleeping better, waking up with a clear head, feeling energy return to my body. The constant mood swings faded, the mental fog lifted. I became calmer, more focused, and in a way, more connected to myself. This isn't a miracle, it's a system, because health after 40 doesn't just happen on its own. It's something we choose, every single day, through how we eat, how we move, how we breathe, and how we think. My advice to you: don't try to do everything at once. Just pick one of these habits, just one, and give yourself a week. Not to be perfect, but to start feeling what it's like to take back control of your body and your state of mind. Then, maybe, you'll want to add a second and a third, and you'll see that health isn't a race. It's a step-by-step process. It's care. If you've made it to the end of this video, that means you care. That means you're ready to do something good for yourself. And maybe, just maybe, today is the best day to start. If this video was helpful to you, leave a like, tell me in the comments which habit you'll start with, and share it with someone who might need it too. Sometimes, a small video can spark big changes. Thanks for being here. Take care of yourself. You're the only you've got.